I know I have not live streamed on this platform for a hot minute. Yeah. Um, Wanted to just kind of check in with you guys and see how you're doing. Let's see, it's about 5:24 in the afternoon. So I know a lot of you are probably traveling from home, probably um, traveling on your way home, excuse me, to see how you guys are doing. But anyway, I'm like rambling. I came on here because this past, I want to say like 2.5 weeks has been really weird. Weird in the sense of I'm realizing that the carnivore community, there's different carnivore communities. Everybody has a way that they run theirs. I'm not judging nobody. But I want to create one for you guys. One that is nice. I've gone into a few carnivore communities, I want to say within the last few weeks. And what I've noticed is that sometimes people could be really like mean, like real judgmental. And I don't like doing that to anybody because we all have our own path when we do the carnivore diet. Like we all go, and maybe we choose to do the lion diet, maybe we choose to just do strict carnivore. Some people choose to do carnivore with like dairy and cheeses. Sometimes I do that. um and then I go back to strict carnivore. So sometimes I flip a little bit back and forth between the two. But I mean, I was going into some Facebook groups and people were really getting roasted, and I was like surprised. I was like, wow, this is supposed to be a nice carnivore community, and so what I'm going to do is I'm creating a community where it is going to be nice and it is going to be welcoming and it's going to be judgment free. Yeah, it's going to be judgment free. Why am I making it judgment free? Is because I don't want to go into a community where people are just complaining. Yeah. And saying you're not doing it right. You do you, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has a way that they handle health. And I'm going to touch on this in a second. Everybody has a different way of approaching health, right? There's no one right way. For me, it just happened to be that the diets that I went on, the standard American diet, was not for me. It was not for me. And I've tried other ones like Atkins. I've been on a Mediterranean diet. I've been on a ton of diets. I've had the diets with the apps and, you like Weight Watchers. I've been on all of those. But for me, it just wasn't sustainable. For me, it was not sustainable. For someone else, it might be. And that's fine. But I've found that with the carnivore community, it's one of two things. Either it's really difficult to find a good community that's not butting heads with something that you're saying. And it wasn't me, but like with other people. And then I've found that sometimes it's difficult with people that might be in the health industry and they're like, oh my gosh, carnivore is not good. It's going to give you a heart attack. Like, who cares? Who cares? I do me, you do you, right? We all have our way of getting to our health. Oh, we got some people in the chat. Y'all, it was like nobody there. Let's see. David says, hi. Hey, David, what's going on? Got Joanna in the chat. Hey, Joanna, what's going on, girl? Let's see. Olariu, how are you? Hope you're doing good. Um, let's see. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call you Mr. Smiley. Mr. Smiley Face. How are you? I'm doing good today. I'm doing good. Mohammed said, your hair is natural. Yes, it is. That is my hair. That's my hair. I just wash it, I condition it, and I put lots of oils and lotion in it. So I was just talking about the carnivore diet, and I was just talking about how with the carnivore diet, sometimes, people don't have their own communities. Some people do have communities, but then they're just really like tough. Like they really crack down on people and tell people that they not, oh gosh, DB, you stop that right now. Stop that. Let's see. Liliana, what's going on, Liliana? Hope you're having a good day. Let's see. Joanna says, always a beauty inside out. You know how I run my communities, Joanna. Everybody's welcome in my community. Nobody gets left out, right? Healthy, what's going on? How are you? Healthy Clean Recipes. Let me tell you, they have a great channel to make sure you're giving them a little subscribe as well and like their stuff because they're an awesome channel as well. So happy to see you live. Yeah. You know what? I haven't been live on this channel in a while. So I think I'm going to have to start doing this weekly. Um, just to bring one more awareness to the community about the carnivore diet, and then also to let people know like they're not alone. I've found like the past 2 weeks, and I was rambling earlier. So if you happen to look at the replay and you're like, "What are you talking about?" Don't worry, I was rambling. Sorry, I gotta make sure I put do not disturb mode on my phone real quick, so that way we don't get disturbed. Okay. Let's see. Healthy cream recipe smiling. Healthy says you're doing great. Yeah. I'm used to live streaming. I just haven't done it in a really long time. In the car. Yeah. Let's see. DB asked, may I ask where you're from? I'm from the United States of America. Being smart, Alec. I'm sorry. I'm from Georgia. I'm from Georgia. Yeah. But I used to live in New York, but I live down here. Yeah. So the topic of today is, having a nice community. I think part of having a nice community is people accepting other people's thoughts without getting, belittled or not being shamed. Yeah. And what I found is I would go into some of these communities, just like recently I went into like a carnivore community, and this person was asking about honey. It wasn't me. I'm just going to clarify. It wasn't me. This person was just asking, I can't wait to start the carnivore diet and have a little bit of honey. And oh my gosh, there were 342 comments for this one post that someone made about having honey, right? And I'm like, why are they being like that with them? Like, just let them be. Let them be. Let them enjoy their food, right? Let them enjoy their honey. If they want that, let them have it. There's like 4 different variations of carnivore. You have the carnivore diet that's strict, where you just have salt. Okay, you have what else? You have salt, you have meat, and you have water. And then you have like your element supplements. And then you have the other one that's it includes that, but it also includes dairy. Yeah. So you'll have like hard cheeses, and sometimes you could have like your tea and your coffee. Some people keep that. And then you have another one where it actually introduces like it has honey, and it also has like apples and other fruits too. So, I don't do the apples. For some reason, I just can't digest them well. And I can't do the honey yet because I'm still like, when it comes to the sugar, it's still hard for me. So once I get through that, I'm okay. Let's see. Healthy says you are amazing. Thank you, honey. And then Michael says hi. Hey, Michael, what's going on? Let's see. DB says they're from Alaska. DB, you're from Alaska. That's awesome. Wow. So I wonder if it has it gotten dark over there yet, or is it still like summertime for you? Let's see. Joanna says people need to understand it's not a diet, it's a new lifestyle. You know what? Thank you. Yeah, it's just a new way of 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 eating and living, and it's okay if you want to do the standard American diet for yourself, but I just think that people shouldn't bash other people about living that lifestyle. Like everybody's different. Everybody's health standards are different because we're all different and we all have different health experiences. Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly, Joanna. Healthy Clean Recipe says, I try to eat more protein, but my kidneys started hurting. I love meat. Yeah, you know what, Healthy? I'm going to tell you, like, that's something you always talk to your doctor about. I'm going to move this camera. This is so crazy that I'm leaning like this. Yeah, you talk to your doctor and ask them how you can incorporate more protein in your diet. And it might be in different ways, right? For me, like, I love chicken. I love chicken breast. I love chicken wings. I like chicken drumsticks. I like chicken thighs. Like I eat all different types parts of the chicken, right? I love that. And for me, that's what works. And then I also combine it with a few beef patties, or I'll do sometimes I'll say once or every other week, I'll do ribs. So that's how I do my own way of living, like, because that's what works for me financially, and that's what works for me conveniently, so that way I could stay on the carnivore diet. Let's see, who else? I have to add more vegetables. Healthy. Let's see. I'm trying to think. You have to add more vegetables. I mean, when I did keto, I had a lot of vegetables. I used to do a lot of smoothies, but again, it goes back to the sugar for me. I had to stop doing that, but that was how I got my vegetables in. DB says, I'm in my igloo. Chicken is stream name from here. Listen, we're not talking about that on the channel. We're not talking about that. Let's see, what kind of chicken? So, like, okay, so I just made chicken tenders. And I'm going to tell you, I was sitting at home and I was just, my son had bought some food. He had bought, I guess he went to Popeyes and he wanted food. But I smelt the chicken and I was just like, oh my gosh, this smells so good. And I wanted it so bad. But I can't really have it because it has the breading on it. So I started thinking, what do I have in the house right now that I could just use and, throw together? And so I made this recipe that I tweaked that I seen somewhere else that was for some chicken fingers. And I want to say it was so juicy and good. I just added some different seasonings and it came out perfect. I'm telling you. The only difference I'll say is I have to cut back a little bit on the pepper because that I accidentally put too much in that video. I don't care. I'm still gonna eat it because they were so good, but they were good. Let's see. Healthy says, I'm making chicken tenders now and watching you. Ooh, see, look at that. Look at that. And now I do need to come up with a dip. So that's what I'm going to experiment with this weekend. I'm going to try to make a dip and I'm going to make a dessert for you guys. Let's see. I have to send you a picture. Are you okay? Send me you can send a picture through me through Facebook. Yeah. Or if you have Instagram, send it to Instagram and I'll get it. Let's see. DB, why you keep saying that? That's not what we say. But anyway, yeah, so I'm creating a community. It's going to be a carnivore community. I'm gonna have one of I already have one on Facebook. I just didn't really open it up yet because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. But after visiting these other groups and people getting roasted and people just being humiliated, and I was like, oh my gosh, these groups are super toxic. I was like, how can this group be toxic if we're all trying to stand for the same thing? So I thought that was weird. But teach their own. I'm just going to create my own group and it's going to be kind people in there and no one's like roasting anyone. Like, we're going to be supportive to each other. Let's see. Yes, I have Instagram. Healthy, just send it to me and when I get off the live, I'll look at it, I promise. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to, just trying to build a community for people so they have a place to talk, so they have questions, they can ask them. And then also building camaraderie with each other, because what I've found is in these groups, people were just posting selfies of each other, selfies of themselves, and then jumping on and being mean. And then some of the moderators were also, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is too like extreme for me. So I had to move on and get out of those groups. I don't do toxic stuff like that. I just because I have to be careful what I filter in my mind, and that can affect you in lots of different ways. So for me, I protect my mind, I protect my heart, I protect my ears, I protect my mouth, right? That's important. Because you don't want any of those things like affecting you. So I got out of those groups. Let's see. Healthy says yes, I have Instagram. Okay, send it to Sizzle Serve Yum with 2 M's. Let's see. Cool kid, what's going on, cool kid? Hope you're having a good day. I'm struggling because I'm too tired to eat some days. Okay. Busy mom and nurse. I undereat, and when I try to catch up, I'm miserable. Okay, so then the best thing would be to find like small things you could eat. I don't know if you can have sardines, but boiled eggs you could have in the morning. That's another thing. And boiled eggs are great because you could eat that on the go. You put it in a cooler. I'll give you a little tip. If you take a little bit of vinegar, and when I say a little bit, I'm talking about maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon. Sometimes that kills the smell of egg. All right, let me scroll down. Let's see. I'm struggling because I'm too tired to eat some days. So it sounds like you might not be getting enough rest, and you're a nurse, so you probably work those really long shifts. So what I would try to do is do the power naps. Yeah, you need power naps. I started doing my power naps back this past week because I had just had a lot going on. And the day before yesterday, I was exhausted. I was so tired and I couldn't figure out what was wrong. And then once I started uh, thinking, doing like my mental checklist, like, did I eat? Did I drink enough water? Did I get enough sleep? And then I was like, there we go. So, yeah, make sure you're squeezing in those 10, 15-minute naps. Don't go past 20. And you don't take a nap after 3 p.m. because that's just going to make it to where it's going to mess up your circadian rhythm and you're not going to be able to go to sleep at night. But you want to try small things. So sardines, boiled eggs are good proteins to go. Something else that I've been doing is using the burger patties from Kroger. I've been using the burger patties from Kroger. They're frozen. I throw them in the air fryer and voila, you got an instant meal right there. So those are 3 things that I use. All right, let's see. Hey, long time no see. Retro, what's going on, my friend? Oh, let me tell you about Retro. Retro is awesome. Retro has retro music, guys. So old school games, old school music. If you like that kind of stuff, make sure that you're going over to his channel and you're subscribing. He is just an amazing guy. I love listening to him on the keyboard. Lots of times, Retro, I'm sitting there and I'm listening to you. I might not comment because I'm working at the same time, but I'm enjoying his music. So if you're a fan of like the 80s and like stuff from the 80s, you're going to love his channel. So make sure you're going ahead and giving him a thumbs up and subscribing. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't been on in a while though. I started thinking I need to be on more frequently, but the problem is I've been doing a lot of these projects, and so I'm trying to find a time that I can be consistent to live stream on this platform. Joanna, thank you, Joanna, for dropping the handle. I appreciate it. Healthy Clean Tips says yes, I will. Okay, good. Nana, BC, what's going on, honey? That would be great. Yeah, so I have the community already set up. I don't have any like posts in there, but I'm gonna start letting people in. Let's see. I'll start letting people in tomorrow. Yeah, what I'll do is when I get home, I'll put the link to this community in the description so that way you can just come on over and join. And I'll just ask you a few questions, and then once you answer it, you can come in. Okay. Joanna says, "Oops, thank you, Joanna." Yeah, the other handle is for TikTok. I just took a picture of them. I can't wait to see your chicken tenders. I'm so hungry. I didn't eat anything since morning. I had ribs this morning. That was leftovers, but they didn't have that much meat on it. But it still kept me full until like 3 o'clock. Let's see. Joanna says my power nap went all day, and I do feel like crud. Migraine. Oh, you know what? Do you have that cooling thing for your head, Joanna? You could put like a pop in the freezer, and then you can like keep it in the freezer, and then you put it on your head, and it's supposed to help relieve you from migraines. But also make sure that you're drinking an adequate enough of water and you're hydrated, like with electrolytes. Because if you don't have enough electrolytes, you can get the migraines too. And I've gotten a lot of them pretty much my whole life because I wasn't drinking enough water. All right. Let's see. Retro says, I'm glad I caught you live. Yeah, I'm glad you were on. Yeah, I'm so happy that you were able to come on and chat. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Let's see. Retro says, I love to hear about sleep and good food. Love the sardines and eggs tip. Yeah, so when I first started carnivore diet, I started to think of foods that was very simple for me to eat that I would not have trouble with. So I started thinking about like I could boil an egg, right? Like I could fry an egg, you know, and then I was like, well, I could definitely eat sardines, and sardines are great because it has the omega-3s in it, and that's great for brain function, especially if people have epilepsy. That's great. And then also it's good for your hair and your nails and your skin. Yeah. Let's see. What is the name on Instagram? It's Sizzle Serve Yum, and Yum is spelt with 2 M's. So it's YUMM. Joanna says, yes, fixing, use it, non-refrigerator. And then Joanna says, yes, I'm probably dehydrated. Yeah, so you need to drink water. And sometimes, not gonna say I have ADHD, but sometimes I think I might. But I've noticed that I have to keep a bottle of water at my desk. I keep the water at my desk and I drink it. I drink it every so often and I shake it. And once it's empty, I just go back to the refrigerator and I go back to drink. So the hydration, that part is important. But what some people don't understand, and this is what happened to me when I started Carnivore, I didn't understand that just because you're drinking a lot of water doesn't mean that you're hydrated. You have to have the magnesium, the potassium, and a little bit of salt, right? So an electrolyte is going to help you to become hydrated. Let's see. Are you still talking about chicken? No, I'm not talking about chicken anymore. I was talking about sardines a minute ago. Um, but yes, that's what. Thank you, Joanna. Thanks for dropping the handle. Yeah, so that's what it's important to be able to stay hydrated because then also, that affects your skin. I don't know if you know this. There's a little skin test you can do. If you pinch your skin and it stays a little bit, that means you're not drinking enough water. Yeah. Hold on, I gotta make sure I turn my car back on, so the heat will stay on because it's gotten cold. So yeah, anyway, that's what happens. And yeah, I just want to let you guys know that I am going to be going live more on the platform, and I could be anywhere. Maybe at a cafe. I might be out in my car like I am today. Might be doing a few things. But oh, that was the other thing. I'm also going to be releasing another video this weekend, and that is going to be the pizza recipe, which, dude, it was crazy. I posted that on social media and I just stepped away from my desk and started doing a few things. And I got like 10 DMs from people. Why you didn't post the recipe? I was like, dude, I was like, listen, I was like, relax. I was like, just calm down. I didn't post it because when I originally made this recipe, I didn't know how it was going to come out. I recorded the whole process, so this is good. I can go back and I can add a few other things. But I was so surprised to see that many people that reached out that was like, how come you not giving me the recipe? Are you trying to hold? I was like, I'm not trying to hold the recipe. I'm trying to make the video for the recipe for you. And there was a lot of gaps. So I want to be able to fill that in and do it the right way for you guys. So yeah, so you'll get that this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. Yeah. So yeah, I have to make the recipe tomorrow. My daughter definitely wanted me to make it again. She loved it. I was a little scared because of the way I had to make the crust. And I wasn't sure if the crust was going to come out good, but it did. It did. It surprised me. It surprised me. If you guys got questions about the carnivore diet, or if you're like, Mel, I just need a good, I need a good community. You need to just come on over here. Make sure you're pressing that like button and make sure you're pressing the subscribe button so you can get more content like this, as I'm going to be upping the ante with live streaming more often. And Joanna said, wow. Yeah, yeah. I didn't think it was going to come out good, but you seen the picture. It came out good. Healthy says, I just sent the picture of the chicken tenders. Are you making a video out of this, Healthy? Retro said, yes, live streaming is fun. It is fun. It is fun. I love live streaming. I've been doing this for, let's see, oh my gosh, we're going on 5 years that I've been almost live streaming, and I have so much fun. Healthy says, do you eat fish with the carnivore diet? Yes, you can. So you can have fish, various types of seafood you can have. You can have any seafood you want. You can have any meat you want, as long as it's legal to eat. You can have that, you can have salt. Now there's different, like I mentioned before, different variations, but yes, you can have shrimp. You know what I like doing? I like having steak and shrimp every once in a while. And now that I know how to bread the chicken tenders, guess what this girl's gonna be making? Sirloin steak and shrimp. It's gonna be so good. I cannot wait. I'm trying to learn some different types of techniques. I want a nice sear. I want to learn how to do that for steaks. And I went to a restaurant, I want to say like maybe a month ago with my husband, and there was a slight crunch on the outside, and it was like when I bit into it, my mouth instantly watered, and I crunched, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so good!" It was delicious. Let's see. Joanna said butter. Oh, the butter is what gives it the crisp. Okay. Steak and shrimp sounds awesome. It is good. It is good. I need to do that as a meal for us. Okay. Healthy says, I'm not doing a video of the chicken tenders. It's just for dinner tonight. That sounds so good. I hope you enjoyed the chicken tenders. You got a dip to go along with it? I'm just curious. Retro says, I'm taking notes. Ooh. What do you want to know, Retro? I can tell you more. Healthy says not yet. I'll tell you, I am trying to figure out a healthier version of barbecue sauce. This girl is a barbecue sauce girl. I love barbecue sauce. It's delicious. It is, to me, it just makes things taste so good. But it has so much sugar. The regular one, you got ketchup. Ketchup has corn fructose in it, corn fructose syrup in it, and then it's got regular sugar. And then on top of that, it has more corn, cornstarch and all kind of stuff in it. And I don't want to eat that. I'm doing so well. So it's like I gotta learn how to make that. All right. Healthy says not yet. Okay. And then Healthy says, which one do you recommend? Which one of what do I recommend? I'm sorry. I've been jumping back and forth between a lot of topics. Are you talking about different versions of the carnivore diet or dipping? Okay. So for chicken tenders, I usually go for like barbecue sauce or like a honey mustard. That's what I've always gone for. Those would always be like the two that I would go for. But honey mustard, yes. I think I can make a ranch one. I was doing some experimenting yesterday with just different things that I had in my kitchen on hand. But I realized some main things I have to make also a version of a carnivore style, so I could still remain within like that realm of remaining on that lifestyle. Because some things are made with like olive oil, and I don't include oils in my diet. The only thing that I use is like butter. Yeah, butter is gonna be like my oil. Joanna says me too. Yeah, I like barbecue sauce, and I love I did like Chick-fil-A sauce when I had Chick-fil-A, but I don't do that anymore. Let's see. Joanna says me too. Joanna agrees. Let's see. Healthy says I like honey mustard. I see. Yeah, honey mustard is like the jam. And then Joanna says those are my two. Yeah, same here. I love those. It's something about those two, between the barbecue sauce, the smokiness. It tastes so good. And then I do like the honey mustard because it has a little sweet but a little twang to it at the same time. So I like those. Healthy says, sometimes I do the avocado dipping with garlic and lemon juice. That sounds really good for like a steak. Like sometimes I have like dips that I make out of sour cream for my steak, and that sounds good. And I used to love avocado. Let's see. And then Retro says me too. I also like the hickory sauce. The one that I used to love was Sweet Baby Ray's. That one, and then there used to be a restaurant in New York. It was called Virgil's Barbecue. I don't know if it still exists, but this was years ago, like over 20 years ago. And I used to get their barbecue sauce too. Let's see. That's the one I have at home. Retro, we have good taste. My family still uses that barbecue sauce. You said the baby. Yeah, yeah, the Sweet Baby Ray's. Yeah. And Sweet Baby Ray's has some good like flavors that I had in the past. Like they have, of course, the original, and then they have like the sweet, I think, brown sugar, and then they have like a hot and spicy one. It's like a sweet and spicy. Sorry, wow, there's like all these crows coming by. Anyway, yeah, they have a sweet and spicy, and I think they have like a Hawaiian or a pineapple one. Also, Healthy says I have the recipe on a video with crispy potato fries. I seen something on Facebook with like that, where they actually took the potato and they did it like mashed potato, and then they covered it. I think it was cornstarch, I want to say, and then they fried it, and that's how you make it crispy. They actually, it's like they cut it up again and they refried it. I thought that was interesting. And I wonder if that's how McDonald's makes theirs. Because it's so addictive, so crunchy. So, yeah. But now the only crunch that I like is on my steak. Or my chicken tenders. My chicken tenders, yeah. Let's see. So, yeah, so that's what I was thinking about, guys, when I was thinking today about just bringing our community together and having a good time. So that's something that I'd like to do more often. Let's see. I have the recipe. Okay, yeah. Healthy said that you can bake them. Okay. You could probably do air fryer with them. You could probably do it on an air fryer. That would be delicious if you could do it on an air fryer. Oh my gosh, I'm starting to burn up, y'all. Ooh, it's hot in here. Sorry, I'm gonna move I gotta adjust myself sitting in the car here. If you're just joining, welcome. My name is Melody Johnson. This is the Sizzle Serve Yum live stream where I have transitioned from the ketogenic diet all the way to carnivore, full-time carnivore. So taking Q&As, questions. Let's see. Yes, you can do that too. So yeah, you can bake them. But if you bake it clean, if wouldn't the other side like get a little wet? Because I've noticed like sometimes that would happen with when I would make fries for like the kids or something, and I used to have to flip it over. So that's why I love the air fryer, because you can just put it in the air fryer basket and then it can just like crisp up on both sides. You don't have to flip it. Yeah. And that's why I like my air fryer basket for the chicken tenders, because it was crisping it on both sides. And just so you know, when I had it in the freezer, I was a little like not sure if it was gonna be coming out crunchy. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, when we made chicken tenders that had regular breading and we put it in the air fryer, it still came out crunchy. If you use the air fryer basket, it's gonna cook evenly on both sides. hmm So that's what I loved about that particular recipe. Yeah. So now I've got to really ramp up things. I want to say, oh man, this month is going to be kind of crazy these next 2 weeks, because I'm working on Thanksgiving Day recipes for you guys. And I'm also doing desserts. So I'm doing Thanksgiving and Christmas for 2 weeks. And then you guys will see them next month. Let's see. Um, yes, you can do that too. Yes, I flip them. Better air fryer. Yeah. I use the air fryer that I have right now is the Ninja Foodie. And that one is pretty cool because it's like a 10XL. Like it's supposed to be like two levels. Like you can cook 2 meals in there at the same time. So if you have like vegetables, maybe you could put the vegetables on the bottom and put your protein on the top, or vice versa, whichever one is easiest for you. But yeah, it's good. It's good. Um, I have roasted potatoes in there before. I used to do this thing with roasted potatoes, and I used to take I think it was like the Hidden Valley powder, ranch powder, and I used to sprinkle it on the potatoes, and my kids love that. But I told you guys I can't eat that no more. But I got a ton of other recipes. I can put them up for you. I have a lot of keto recipes that I can also put up if you're still transitioning to for that. So to help you out. Let's see. Healthy says yes. I can't wait for your recipes. You're gonna love the pizza one. The pizza one, I'm so proud of that one. I gotta tell you, the crust, the way it came out, I was a little hesitant, but then I realized, oh my gosh, I just made something that is way better than anything I've ever made. And I'll tell you if something tastes bad. I'll tell you if it's not good. I'm like, that's not exactly what I thought it was going to be, but it's okay. It's okay. But yes, I will be posting that one during the weekend, as my daughter said she wanted that. Retro said, "What did you have instead of the bread?" I had no bread. If you're talking about when I was on keto, I had keto type of bread. I had cloud bread, and that's very simple to make with egg whites. But the problem with that was I can never get the taste right with not tasting eggy. Um, And I know how to make, I could bake really good when it came to keto. I was actually doing fabulous. I have a video still up on the channel of a blueberry loaf that I made. And that was, I finished that thing. But yeah, instead of bread, for carnivore, I actually make meat sandwiches. So I'll take like a chicken breast and I'll split it down the middle and I'll cook it evenly on both sides. And then I put whatever meat filling I want in the inside and then whatever spread I wanted. And that was my sandwich. Sometimes I would do it with burgers or sometimes I would do it with chicken breast. It just depends on what I wanted. Let's see. I follow you on Instagram. Thank you, Healthy. I appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, but on the pizza, I put pepperoni. I put cheese and pepperoni. But I want to let you know I put half was sauce because my daughter wanted that, and then the other half that didn't have the sauce I ate. But that pizza that I made, that could be a personal pizza and it will keep you so full you will not want to eat for a long time because it is like full on protein. Like it's chicken, that's what the crust is made out of, guys. Then I got an egg in it. Then I've got parm, right? Then I've got the cheese. And then I've got mozzarella. And then I got the pepperoni. You're going to be full for such a long time. Let's see. Joanna said cauliflower is supposed to be healthy for crust. Yes. So I have like this love-hate relationship with cauliflower crust because I didn't want the taste of cauliflower for the crust. And I've tried different ones, but I couldn't find the right crust. And so I didn't it just couldn't jive with me. I've tried it though. I have tried it. Let's see. Um Retro says, "Wow, nice." Yeah, it's full protein. Let's see. Healthy says, "Don't forget to check the pictures with the chicken tenders." I'm not going to forget. I'm not going to forget. I'm going to answer it when I get off the live stream. I promise you. And then sounds great. It was delicious. It was really good. I'll put it to you this way. If you like chicken parm, then you're going to love this pizza. But it's the closest to pizza that I could get. Like I was thinking about when I used to live in New York. They had the dollar pizzas. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you the dollar pizzas. It was a pizza for $1. The the pizza slice in itself was so big. It looked like 2 slices. That's how big the pizza slices were. And then you, for $1.50, you get a can of soda. That was your whole lunch. Like, you could be full for, a long time. So I kept thinking about this place. And it was just kind of nostalgic because they didn't even have a place where you can sit down. You went in, you ordered, and you took your plate and you ate it outside. And hopefully you found someone somewhere on the side where you can stand so you can eat your slice. Let's see. We eat cauliflower mash instead of mashed potatoes. Now that's good. My husband knows how to make that really well. He's made that for me when I was on Atkins. And I'll never forget, I wanted mashed potatoes so bad. I had made meatloaf and I couldn't have potatoes that he made, which were delicious and so buttery and garlicky. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need something. And he said, let me look for you. And he got this awesome recipe. It's cauliflower. Yeah. And it came out good. It came out good. He used, I believe, sour cream and like, I want to say it was sour cream and maybe like condensed milk he used. And that's how he got it to be like that creamy consistency. Healthy says, thank you. And then Retro says, looking forward to this. Yeah, definitely. It's going to be nice. I will definitely make sure that when I post that recipe, it's going to be either Saturday or Sunday. I just need to make sure that I'm documenting the process because I was just going through it so fast. It was just a few seconds. And it's not long enough for me to explain why I chose the recipe ingredients and why I cooked it for this long. Yeah, it was like maybe like 5 seconds per step, and I was just like, this isn't gonna work. People are gonna be like, this is too like short. Like I can't follow it. It was that short. Like think of like a TikTok video. It was so fast you can't even pause it to see what the next step is. So that's why I'm gonna redo it. Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice, Retro. All right, Healthy says, we eat cauliflower a lot in my family. with broccoli. My girls love roasted broccoli with garlic. I used to love that when I was keto and Atkins. I used to eat broccoli a lot. I used to toss it with butter, garlic powder, minced garlic, and also pepper and salt. And I used Land O'Lake butter for it. I used to eat that a lot. But I can't eat that right now because because I've been eating just straight up meat. There's certain things I know I now can't go back to eating because it's giving me like the indigestion because I can't eat that anymore. But I used to eat that when I did keto. Yeah. Keto and paleo I used to do as well, and I used to eat a lot of that as well. Let's see. Yeah, so anyway, guys, I'm so glad that I got to see you guys. You guys jumped on. That was so cool to be able to hang out with you. I am going to get ready. I'm going to shoot a video, try to upload it soon. But yeah, let me know in the comment section if you've got any suggestions for new videos that you want to see from me, new content. And then also, I'll be posting that link to our Facebook community. It's going to be a closed group. This is a group that no one is going to be roasting anyone. Everyone's going to be kind. I'm telling you, man. This one guy was like, I just want a little bit of honey. Why is everyone giving me a hard time? 300 and somewhat comments about, well, you came to the wrong group. You should leave. I was like, gosh. I was like, why is everybody being so mean? Healthy says, I'm glad the carnivore diet works for you. I will try for some days. Okay, so I will tell you the most important things of being on this lifestyle. If you want to try it, one, make sure you have your element sticks because you're going to need at least 2 or 3 of them for the first few days to stay hydrated. That's one. Two, if you plan on doing this, don't plan it around major events. Just because you are going to feel tired initially. And the fatigue will last anywhere from a week to 2.5 weeks or to a month. It just depends on what you're going through. Your body's going to go through what's called oxalate detoxing. So think about all the things that you've eaten from your fruits and your vegetables. Now it's like it's coming out of your system. And so that's what you're going to kind of go through. if you decide to do it, I'm just giving you a heads up. Let's see. Joanna says, I'm so glad I caught you. You know I'm always enjoying your presence, Joanna. I love when you hop on. Let's see. We've got Simon Johns. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. Have you tried Chris Cook's Nashville's mashed potatoes? Amazingly, it's quite good. No, I haven't, but that sounds amazing. Yeah, I'm definitely, let's see, Chris Cook's Nashville. Let's see, do I have a pen? Give me a second. I know I have my bucket here. I have my Create. You guys are going to see something I'm going to show y'all in a second. I have a book here. It's called Happy Thoughts, but it's also says videos. And I put like my notes and everything for my videos in here. So I need to get another one. This is how much I've already used for my journal. I'm getting to the end. Let's see. I'm gonna write down his name so that way I don't forget. Let's see. I'm just trying to get a page. So yeah, I got about this much left. All right, let me get a pen. Let's see. I gotta write this down because I can't write it down on my phone because I don't have my phone with me. But I've got like my stuff for like my camera. I got my ring light with me. I came ready. Oh, here we go. I get the rest of the bucket. I have like a little bucket here, and I put like all my stuff. But I thought I had a pen. I'm looking for a pen. How I don't have a pen? Let's see. Looking around. I'm just scrambling around, guys, trying to find a pen. Let's see. Oh, I know what I did. I put it in my other bag. Hold on. I gotta reach for this thing. All right. I got my little bag sling. I always have pens in here. Let's see. Healthy says, thank you so much for everything that you do and the support and encouragement. Oh my gosh, you are so welcome. You know, I love helping other people. I have a heart for that. Especially if I know someone's like struggling with something. I like to be able to make them feel encouraged that they can do it. So yeah, you are so welcome. Healthy. I try my best to support you. All right, I'm gonna write down this Chris Cook's Nashville's mashed potato. First of all, that's a cool name, right? I gotta say, Chris Cook's Nashville's mashed potatoes. I will definitely look at that recipe. All right. Healthy says you are organized. I try to be. I know it doesn't seem like it because I'm like, where's my pen? I usually put the pen in the bucket. So, all right, when I go like on a run, I'll show you all what I have. I have my little book I like to read, right? And then I have my charger, right? I have a charger for my camera. Like I'm usually using this with the phone that I'm using right now. And then I have a really cool microphone that I use for it. So I have everything I put in that bucket. And then once I'm done, everything goes back in the bucket so I don't lose it. So that's how I have my stuff organized. And it's just easier for me to kind of grab and go, especially if I'm moving to a different part of the house, trying to record. And bless my family because they'll be like, are you recording? And I'm like, yeah. And they'll try to be quiet. So thank you, y'all. Thank you. So yeah, so that's how I have my little bucket. I made sure I wrote down that Chris Nashville mashed potato recipe idea. I've got a Thanksgiving spread from, I have an entree. I have an appetizer. I have an entree. I have a side dish. And I have a dessert. So I have 4 things. That's going to be for Thanksgiving. That's going to be the Thanksgiving dinner that I'm going to make that's carnivore style. And that's what I'm going to be eating this holiday season. Yeah. I'm trying hard to stay focused because I have a goal that I want to hit by the time the end of January comes. And so I've been wanting to hit this goal for a while. I went from 290 pounds and I'm still at 249. But I know a lot of it is because I've been eating quite a bit of dairy. So I've cut back on that and now I'm at 248. I weighed myself this morning. So because I did a little bit of the cutback, and I'm doing something else called OMAD, which is only 1 meal a day. It's been working for me. It's been working for me. Healthy says, great. Waiting for the new recipes. Simpson John says, it's been nice meeting you. New here. I've subscribed. Oh, Simpson. Oh, thank you so much for the subscribe. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're so glad that you're part of our community. Is there a goal that you want to meet that I can help you with? Let me know in the comments if you have questions about something. And then Healthy says, you did great. Congratulations. Thank you. It was a struggle. It was a struggle because, and that's part of the reason why I was creating that Facebook group I was telling you about, was because I couldn't find a support system. Like, not a lot of people know about carnivore or they don't understand it. And so the first thing that you'll hear people say is, oh, you'll get scurvy. You're not going to get scurvy because you have all the vitamins and stuff you need from meat, right? And then you'll have people that say, oh, well, people have been, eating vegetables for years. Yeah, you know why people were eating vegetables for years? They were eating vegetables for years because they had not enough meat, so they needed something else to supplement. They were hungry. So yes, they would scavenge and get whatever they could find and eat that. And since that was edible, that's what they kept eating. But you don't have to keep eating that way. That's okay, Rebecca, you don't have to eat the way you want to just because you learned it from school, Rebecca. You eat how you want to eat, live your life how you want to live your life, but I think the important thing is encouraging people like, dude, if like someone is like 300 pounds and they're coming down from their weight, instead of discouraging them on this diet that they seem to think it's a fad, you go ahead and you say, you know what, I'm glad that you're taking an active approach in your lifestyle. Like I'm glad for you. I'm happy for you. And that's pretty much how I am. I'm a neutral person, and when people just don't understand the carnivore diet, that's the route that they go. But like I said before, to each their own. But I'm an encourager here, so yes. All right, Simpsons John says, I've been carnivore for a year and a half. Wow, congratulations. That's awesome. I love YouTube carnivore people for the support. I've had wonderful success. I am so proud of you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I got you know what? I got to give it to you. Right now, it's been such a struggle for some people being on carnivore because they're not getting that support. But the fact that you've been doing it for a year and a half, I'm so, so proud of you. So keep up the good work. Yeah. And then, of course, now I'm going to be always reaching out to you in the comments section, asking you questions like, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? It's just so nice to meet a fellow carnivore, someone that like really understands what you eat and they respect it. And there's no judgment. Everybody does it slightly different. Even like my ketovore friends, I don't hate on them either. Like, I love them because I was keto too. Like, you just got to do what works for you. You got to do what works for you. But anyway, guys, I know I said like 15 minutes ago I'm gonna go ahead and shoot another video. But comment in the comment section of more videos that you would like to see, because I really am trying hard to get more awareness out about the carnivore diet. Okay, let's see. Simpson said, I would be honored if you asked questions. I love your excitement. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, I'm gonna ask you a ton of questions. Yes. And yeah, so I'll try to make these a regular, like a rotation. Like, we have like our hour where we chat with each other on this platform. Join us to see you soon. Okay, girl. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for coming on to today's live stream. Of course, you will see a video drop either Saturday or Sunday of this weekend. That's going to be the pizza that you've seen the short on. And of course, if you haven't gotten a chance, make sure you're hitting the like button and subscribe, because we are going to add our carnivore community link below, and we want you to go ahead and join us. Yeah, it's going to be a nice community, judgment-free community. Let's see. I needed your remote or email you use. Okay, I'll send you a message through Facebook or Instagram, okay? All right, guys, see you soon, and I'll talk to you in the next live stream. Bye.